In a significant display of international solidarity, North Korean leader Kim Jong Un pledged unwavering support for Russia's invasion of Ukraine during a landmark meeting with President Vladimir Putin in Pyongyang. This summit, which underscores the deepening ties between the two nations, has sparked concerns in the U.S. about potential arms supplies bolstering the Kremlin's war efforts. The high-profile talks marked the beginning of formal discussions, with both leaders emphasizing the burgeoning relationship between their countries. Kim Jong Un hailed Russia's critical role in maintaining global strategic balance, while Putin expressed hope for a reciprocal visit from Kim to Moscow. Today, we have prepared a new fundamental document that will form the basis of our relations for the long term, Putin announced. He also commended Kim's steadfast support for Russian policies, particularly regarding Ukraine. Kim affirmed his commitment to strengthening strategic communication with Russia and pledged unconditional support for Russian policies, irrespective of international geopolitical challenges. The leaders then engaged in one-on-one discussions, which Kremlin foreign policy aide Yuri Ushakov described as addressing the most important, most sensitive issues. This meeting comes at a time when the U.S. and its allies are closely monitoring the extent of military cooperation between the two nations, especially following Russia's declaration of a new strategic partnership agreement to replace outdated accords dating back to the Soviet era. The formal visit commenced with an elaborate welcoming ceremony at Kim Il-sung Square in Pyongyang. The event featured a red carpet, white horses, balloons, and enthusiastic crowds waving flowers and flags of both countries. Massive portraits of Kim and Putin adorned the plaza, symbolizing the strengthened alliance. This visit follows Kim's trip to Russia in September, which was later associated with a substantial increase in arms transfers, as evidenced by satellite imagery. Despite Moscow and Pyongyang denying the arms transfers, there is substantial evidence to the contrary. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken stated that Russia, in a bid to sustain its war efforts against Ukraine, is desperately seeking to fortify relations with nations that can supply necessary resources. He highlighted that Pyongyang has provided Moscow with significant munitions and other weapons for use in Ukraine. North Korea's extensive stockpile of artillery and weapons, compatible with Soviet-era systems used on Ukrainian front lines, plays a crucial role in this support. In return for the nearly 5 million artillery shells sent by North Korea, Russia has provided technology to assist in Pyongyang's spy satellite deployment plans. South Korean Defense Minister Shin Won-sik indicated that Russia might send further military technology to North Korea, escalating regional threats. Putin's visit, his first to North Korea in 24 years, aims to solidify the renewed bond between the two countries, which has bolstered Russia's firepower in Ukraine. As Western nations strive to isolate Russia and North Korea, the two countries have intensified their trade in commodities and arms. Russian forces have been able to launch thousands of artillery shells daily at Ukraine, thanks to Kim's supplies. North Korea has likely received significant military aid, enhancing its threat to the U.S. and its allies in East Asia. North Korea's economy, valued at around $24.5 billion in 2022, has seen one of its largest boosts since Kim Jong Un assumed power in 2011, thanks to the aid received from Russia. This aid includes food, raw materials, and parts for weapons manufacturing. If arms transfers continue, Russia is expected to send more military technology, further increasing Pyongyang's threat to the region. Kim's domestic image also benefits from Putin's visit, showcasing his strong global standing. Recently, Kim has been seen inspecting munitions plants and overseeing weapons tests, possibly preparing more supplies for Russia. These include multiple rocket launchers and short-range ballistic missiles. Meanwhile, Ukraine's military is receiving enhanced aid from the U.S., including long-range missile systems, which North Korean weapons could potentially counterbalance. The ongoing arms transfers and strengthened alliance between North Korea and Russia will likely heighten Ukraine's dependency on Western military assistance. This relationship also enables Kim to disregard U.S. calls for nuclear disarmament talks, as the military technology from Russia enhances North Korea's ability to pose significant threats to the region and beyond.